Hey, we're Demi and Jonny. We've packed up our entire lives, leaving the village we grew up in to move to southwest Wales. After years of dreaming about coastal living, we finally made it happen. This channel is where we'll share our journey, from fixing up our 80s bungalow, to adventures with our 2 spaniels, to keeping our trusty defenders on the road. It's about DIY, life by the sea, keeping fit, and chasing big dreams one little fix at a time. Welcome to Little Fix, Big Life. So it's been 6 months since the big move, and honestly, it's been a whirlwind. We've been settling in, exploring the area, and starting to make this place feel like home. Summer has been such a gift, getting outside, exploring, enjoying the coastline. At the same time, we've both been working really hard, Jonny with carpentry projects, whilst I'm still busy freelancing as a garment technician. It's been hectic, but so rewarding. Before getting stuck into the renovations, we made sure to make time getting out on the boards. We made a point of attending lots of the summer events, so local markets, music events at the local pub. We even went to one of the wettest food festivals ever. The girls have been having the time of their lives with longer and more frequent walks than they ever would have got before. They absolutely adore the beach and we're very happy to take them there multiple times a week. There were a few things we couldn't resist doing, such as taking down the scaffolding poles that were being used as a clothesline. Yep, they had to go. And an attempt to stop Luna jumping on the one space that was fit for a vegetable plot, I had a go at making a willow fence. I have since learned there is a much better way to do this, so we'll be trying again through the winter, I hope. I also attended a few willow weaving workshops, hence the inspiration for a willow fence, with our friend Emily from Camp Out West. We managed to build some shoulder bags and a backpack, which we're really pleased with. I can't wait to take my backpack to the next market. Alright, let's give you a proper tour of the bungalow. The place is in desperate need of some TLC, but that's what makes it exciting. When we moved in 6 months ago, we had all of our furniture and our belongings that were originally spread out among friends and families and storage units and crammed into our tiny old house. So everything has been thrown in here. So it's a little bit of a mixed match, but hopefully you can use your imagination for what we're planning.
So our plan in here, I think, to start off with is, although it looks like a fireplace and a chimney, the chimney breast that was on the outside of the house the chimney stack that was on the outside of the house made the driveway too narrow. So it's previously been removed. So this is now just for show. So I think what we're going to do is, remove all the facade and all the stone, get rid of all the hearth, put a log burner in that's got a flue that comes out high up, so it'll be above a car height. And then to cloak the flue, we'll then build a fake chimney breast, probably clad in like brick slips, to make it that sort of classic chimney look. But without
maybe a nice piece of wood mantle or something.
Oh yeah, and like an oak mantle going across it. Yeah. Yes, it's already not attached.
Yeah, which part moves?
That bit. Because it is actually fresh plaster behind there. So again, I think you might need to do a bit of sanding. Yeah, I'm hoping it's the same down here. Because obviously this bit's going to get covered by the new fake chimney breast anyway. But I'm hoping that is all still plastered behind, otherwise we've got a bigger plastering job.
And then on the other side of the lounge, we do actually sit and watch TV and play games occasionally. So we're hoping to turn this into some kind of media wall. My priority is going to be getting rid of the glass cabinet that came with the house and basically, building something nice out of wood again, looking at Jonny, to hide everything and keep it all nice and neat and tidy.
And we can lose the pipes going up there, because that will just be part of being built into the media wall. We'll have some storage and stuff in there, because you always need more storage. And here I think we're going to get rid of the hatch. It's actually not on the other side in the kitchen already. That's cupboards over it, so it's redundant. So we'll plaster that over, smooth it up. It gives us more wall space to then get some of the furniture up on the wall, because we then want to change this table out. This will go into the kitchen as like a farmhousey kitchen breakfast table, and we'll get a proper dining room table that can hopefully seat up to 8 comfortably. And then the archway. It's an interesting one, because obviously we're a bungalow, so it's got to be purely aesthetic. So it's whether we keep it as a division between the two rooms, or whether we just want the clean look and lose it. What do you guys think?
Next up is then my office. So apart from the usual floors, ceiling, walls, the big call out in here is going to be storage. I'm trying to work out some clever way that I can still use my sewing machines. We're very keen to change all of the doors at some point, especially as none of the handles match. Then it's on to the bathroom.
So in here, I think we're going to change the bath out. We do like a bath, so there'll be a new one going in, but it'll probably be a freestanding. We quite like the idea of putting a little nib wall in here, sort of half height with a glass panel, and bring the shower out as far as you can to not block the doorway, but have a bigger shower enclosure. And I think we're going to do sort of tongue and groove boarding, sort of dado height all the way around. What that means is I can bring it forwards, so I can lose all the pipes, and same with sort of the ones going down there. And I might bring it far forward enough that we have a hidden cistern just to keep it quite clean. It also means with the freestanding bath, again, where all the pipes are going for the shower, that'll all be hidden behind them. We both prefer having not such a big step up into the shower tray. So again, I'll probably try and chop some of the floor out so I can drop the trap down and have one of the slimline trays to drop that lower. It'll be new flooring, so whether it's tiled or LVT, not sure yet. So yeah, it'll be tongue and groove to about this height. The tiles come off the rest of the wall, and we'll have to either replaster or see how easy they come off as to whether it's salvageable. And then we'll just leave that painted. We'll have a vanity unit with some storage in it, so instead of having this mirror box, we can just have a fairly nice normal mirror and get the storage below the sink vanity instead. We've got a decision to make. Hello. Hi. We've got a decision to make on whether we change the radiator out for a towel rail, but it's quite close to the toilet, or whether we, behind the door, try and put in an electric towel rail. And speaking of which, we also need to put in, probably there somewhere, a extractor fan, because there currently isn't one. Now we've got the heating system done, spoiler alert, it does mean they're on a pressurised system, so rather than having the electric shower from the 1980s, we can put in a tanked water system, a pressurised mixer tap, so we can have a big rainfall head, I think is the plan on that one. We're still trying to figure out with the bath what we'll do. At the last house we had a freestanding claw bath that was all chrome. I think we're thinking throughout when we're changing all the doors, I think we're thinking probably brass, so whether we'll continue that through in here and go for sort of brass taps and ironmongery and all that kind of look. But then we have to with the bath, maybe this time it's not a claw, might be a claw, still undecided. Yeah.
Then, depending on future plans, the second toilet may become a set of stairs. Then both of the bedrooms are at the end of the hall.
So this room originally would have been the master. We chose to use the bedroom on the back as to what we're currently in. So we're not on the road, not as a busy road at all, but more so that while we're in bed, we can look out the window and get the nice views out the back. It seemed weird to be on the front of the house when you had that out the back. What it does mean is it's a smaller bedroom next door, and this is the larger one. So our wardrobe is currently in here.
With our amazing move-in day.
Temporary innovation. I mean, these are still our moving boxes yet. But I think what we're probably going to do is...
Girls, we're currently
playtime.
just trying... I know this is your bedroom. I know this is where you like to sleep. But no squeals.
So I think the plan is, probably we'll take down this wall and basically just have this section that's currently wardrobe on this side. We'll just pinch the space and have it wardrobe the other side. A new stud will go in, knock the wall down, and then the wardrobe will just open the other side of the wall, just to give that bit more space to the next door's bedroom. Yes, in here, as we said, next door, this will become like a wall of built-in wardrobes. That then hopefully means we can free up a bit of space so we can then move the chest of drawers out. And then, in here it's just going to be walls, floors.
Make it cosy.
Make it cosy. We did think about maybe putting some panelling, like some full height panelling behind the bed head maybe. Still open to ideas. Some more boxing in to do with pipes, as with everywhere.
So the kitchen's probably not going to be top of the list, but it's probably going to be quite a big and good makeover renovation when it's done.
Yeah.
This is one of the only rooms that doesn't have Artex on the ceiling, but that doesn't mean that we're not going to take it down.
So we need to decide either if we're going to paint it, plaster it, leave it as it is.
Redo it.
Yeah, it's not been fitted very well, so at the very least it's going to get changed for something the same, but it might still get plastered. We're undecided on that one still.
So for the layout of the kitchen, it's not going to be massively different?
No, I mean, I think the vague idea of L shape on that side with the straight run on this side with cupboards above, I think will stay. We'll actually put a proper size canopy in to fit the oven that we've got. We'll go for built-in appliances. So they're all hidden away and looks a bit prettier. We're going to go for a Belfast sink and try and get that sort of farmhousey, cottagey sort of feel with solid wooden worktop.
The tiles will come off, but the hatch will not reappear because obviously that has gone on this side.
Yeah, and then the other main change we want in here is we want to try and get the fridge freezer somewhere in this run, probably in the corner on the end, in like a larder unit, again built in. But it frees up this space then that the kitchen, the table that's currently in the dining room can then come through here and have us a bit of a breakfast or coffee table.
Because at the minute I perch on camping chairs.
Again, probably re-tile or LVT the floor.
Yeah.
So in a bit.
The floor has seen better days in here as well.
Yeah, and then one that needs to change is the back door with the garden bolt on it. Probably doesn't need to stay, and it's very drafty and leaks. And yeah, as for most of the house, we would like to change the windows. They're plastic double glazed UVPC ones. They're not very pretty, and they're all top opening, whereas I'd rather have casement so we can get a bit more airflow through and just modernise it a bit. And actually one of them, the downstairs toilet, we only have a downstairs. The toilet on its own is still a single glazing wooden one that's quite rotten. So again, that will need some attention sooner rather than later, probably.
Yeah.
From where we lived previously, we had like wooden plate racks and wooden spice racks that were one-of-one builds that we got from antique shops and friends of friends. So again, we brought them with us. We'd quite like to integrate them into the kitchen here. So again, where we've got this double cupboard, there's all the plates.
And pretty wasted space.
And a lot of wasted space. I think we can probably try and get some plate racks, whether it's in that location or somewhere else. It'd be nice to get them back in and have some open shelving.
Vintagey bits in.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this house is actually an Artex showroom. We have a different design in every single room. Our plan is to not disturb it, as none of them are very thick, and we can just get a plasterer in to do a nice clean skim over the top. And out we go to the back garden, Luna's favourite place to be.
I think our plan out here is we want to have a covered space that we can store things, cars, as well as
surfboards, paddleboards.
Yeah, as well as materials that we're going to be doing the house up with, tools so I can actually work through the winter. So I think our plan is, we'll basically build on top of the existing wall and come across and have the same sort of pitch of the roof, but it will be a lower ridge height. It'll be 4 metres with the ridge height, and then coming down on the same angle, but probably coming a bit further back to make sure we've still got the height to get the big trucks in. That does mean in the middle we'll have 4 metres maximum, but that'll still be plenty of height to hope to get. We can't get them because it's not wide enough. We can't get a proper 4-post or 2-post lift in, but we'll try and get a scissor lift so we can still work underneath the cars, which should be good for doing Defender things.
Again, in terms of doing the renovation, as we're now going into winter, that garage door is actually completely, it's literally like screwed shut. So we'll take that off. We'll hope to put some kind of flat roof cover bridging where that garage is at the minute, kind of over that back gate. And then, ideally run it all the way through and have some double doors on the front, so it can actually be a nice dry space.
Yeah.
For everything, and for Minty, because it doesn't really want to be outside during the Welsh winters. This is the old boiler room, which we're hoping to turn into the dog wet room / sandy wetsuit room. Out in the garden, there's quite a lot to be done. We'll get to it all eventually. The biggest part initially is the patio. It's a brilliant, lovely long patio, but we need to decide what we're going to do with it because currently it's all cement and all weeds growing through it. And
very loose.
Yeah, very loose in parts, which is not great. We need to work out what we're doing with the steps as well. We've got some rotten handrails that if we're keeping the steps need to be replaced, or we need to, take out the steps. We'll work that out later. I think while we're out using that patio as well, we need to be aware that this is the door for the boiler room. That will become the dog's wet room. So that's going to be where we actually have a shower where we can clean them down, and we're going to hang our wetsuits, so anything wet and sandy can hopefully stay out there. We've then realised though that to get back into the house through the back door through the winter, it's going to be pretty miserable going from door to door. So we're thinking of building some kind of pergola or cover, probably just to get us from door to door.
And does at least mean we can have some covered outside seating if you want to have a coffee or wine outside, still enjoying the view through the winter.
We also need to do the gates back here. So the current garden gate works fine, keeps the girls in, but I think I cut my finger on it every time I use it because it's not great and it kind of scrapes against the wall. So yeah, Jonny can make some lovely replacement gate on the back. You can do ones on the front as well. We might even look at some automation for that down the line. There's also currently just a gap in the fence, so I think we're going to put a gate on there. That gap leads to our oil tank, which will be redundant shortly, so we don't need to keep that space safe for that, and we are thinking that maybe that could be option number one for where to put a hot tub. We're thinking there you can put a pergola up, protect yourself from the wind, and then have unbroken views of the fields and beyond, which would be amazing. Option number two is actually back up on the patio, on the back corner that side instead. Again, because it's such a huge patio, we've got space to put a hot tub, and again I think we'd do the same thing. We'd put a pergola up because
cover for privacy and
the windy garden.
Wind.
So that could be the option number two. And then the last big thing to do out here is the greenhouse. So because we've now found out we can put basically a big extension on the front of the garage, that can probably stay as a greenhouse now rather than being more shed space. But as it is really badly rotten, I think there's more glass than wood. I think you made the comment, I think the glass is holding the wood up currently. It will probably get us through this winter. Like, I'm definitely going to put some more seedlings and get some things in, but long term it's going to need to be replaced because it's not very safe. We can also work out if we want to keep all of the water butts or what kind of system we're doing going forward there as well.
One other thing we are thinking about is I think the previous owners of the property were a lot more concerned about the cows staying out than I think we are. So I know a commenter mentioned about potentially dropping the height of the fence around the back, which is something we had also considered.
It's a great idea.
So I think around the front, there's a lot of barbed wire that I think we're going to try and replace out, and we might try and cloak in some of the breeze block wall because it's not the prettiest. And then around the back we'll probably try and drop the height of the fence. We get a lot of brambles growing through, so actually if we could have it solid up to the height we want and then drop it a bit so we've got a good unobstructed views, I think that may be a way to go forward.
And then when it comes to the actual outside, we're going to be giving it a fresh coat of paint, maybe some new windows and some contrasting colours on the sills. We have some interesting guttering, so all of that and the soffit and the fascias will all have to be replaced. And then on the back, this is where it gets really exciting. We're hoping to pop a dormer, which will have 2 bedrooms, a bathroom along the full length of the back of the house, so we can really make the most of the stunning views. So that's where we're at 6 months in. We're now ready to get stuck into the renovation. So join us next time as we show off the most important first jobs. A huge overhaul of the heating system and bespoke beds for our 2 princess dogs. We'd love for you to join us on this journey, so if you enjoyed this video, hit like, subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss what's next. And to finish, let me leave you with this little corker of a moment between Luna and Jonny. Luna?
Yes, Demi. Just help myself some blackberries.
Luna?
Kate said she couldn't believe that they're still here, Demi.
Luna?
Yep.
What are you eating?
Blackberries.
Are they tasty?
Yep. Do you need
Come on.
Do you need me?
Come on. Good girl.